Hello and welcome to your InTech Soul Dawn. Starting right up front, you have a light just in case you need to hook up at night. You retract and extend for your powered tongue jack here. Right behind this tab here, you have the option to remove this. Insert a tool just in case your powered tongue jack ever goes out. Right in here, you have both propane tanks, which you can choose what propane tank you're actually taking from with this little switch here. And this little red piece here, once you have a steady flow of propane going through whatever tank you're pointing at, this will actually turn green, and once it dies, it'll turn red once again. Moving over to the side here. Here's your water heater. Starting off with the anode rod. The anode rod is this little metal piece here, which actually takes the beating instead of your water heater tank. All the hard water will eat at this and make this deteriorate over time. So you put it right in here, tying it down with a 1 1/16 socket. Make sure it's nice and tight. Turn on the hot side of the faucet. Once the hot side of the faucet is on, the water will then start to fill up. It'll start to spurt, kind of. It'll be super choppy at first, and then once you have a steady flow of water, that means this is completely filled, and then you can go ahead and turn on your water heater. To empty it, because water does get stagnant, go ahead, pull the pressure release valve, because all the pressure will be built up and you don't want this shooting at you. Make sure this is up. Once it's done hissing, go ahead, take this out with your socket, and then go ahead, once it's all done draining out of here, go ahead, flip that back down, and then you can put it away. Starting on the left here, you have your fresh tank fill up. So when you're going out to the middle of nowhere and you need to take water with you, this is what you're going to want to fill up. Beforehand, it's just a tank inside your camper. Fill that up, and then you're going to want to turn on the water pump, and the water pump will then take this water while you're out in the middle of nowhere and actually give you a chance to have running water. You can tell how full it is by the water pump switch on the inside, or the fresh tank reader on the inside, which I'll show you. This is going to be your connection to any campground, so this is going to be city water fill. Go ahead, put a pressurized hose into there. I do highly recommend a water pressure regulator, because that'll keep your pressure pretty steady, because if it's too much, it could actually blow your lines, and that just kind of dumbs it down. If it's too little and it doesn't have enough, it will kind of regulate it as well. This is going to be your furnace exhaust. So when your furnace is on, it kicks out the excess heat here, and then this will then start to warm up. So if you have any little kids in the area who may not know, just let them know, don't touch that, because they will actually get burned. If you do get a solar panel, just make sure it connects with that bit there. Satellite cable input for TVs, and your shore power. Coming down to your tire, you have this little green cap here that indicates that your tire is filled with nitrogen. You are able to fill it with regular air. It doesn't inflate or deflate with the temperature change. Here's your sewer outlet. You just go ahead, pull this here once this is open, and then all of your goodies will then start to drain. Back here you have a little outside shower, outside hose option. 110 outlet here, 2 of them. Then you have this little crank for the stabilizer jacks. Coming to the inside, you have all of your lights here. Main lights. Flip, there we go. Main lights. Next to it are kitchen lights. Next to it are cabinet accents. Dinette accents. Exterior front accents, which is going to be like your front cap lights, and your porch lights, which is going to be this whole light to focus. That right there. Moving on, you have all of your readers here. So you have your water pump. So when you flip your fresh tank out in the middle of nowhere and you need running water, flip this on. You have tank heater here, which is just like a heater underneath the underbelly of your camper, and then that will then kind of make sure none of your tanks freeze. You have 2 elements to your water heater, gas and electric. Gas is going to be more powerful, but electric will obviously not take gas, so it'll save a lot. Battery reader, black tank reader, gray tank reader, a fresh tank reader there. Inside you have your keys, 2 sets. You have the radio, tap to turn on. Zone A, B speakers are going to be right here. In zone A, front speakers. And then volume, AM, FM, Bluetooth, USB, aux, and then audio, which you can choose. It's like just an equalizer. Settings here, you can do alarm, sleep, and then change the clock on here as well, and brightness. And then, of course, the station's down here. And then skip, press play, enter, and tap to turn off. For your toilet and shower, light right here on the right. Please turn. There we go, right there. Toilet paper flip up and holder. And then for the toilet, it's just going to be a foot flush right there. You are going to need toilet solution along with RV grade toilet paper. That toilet paper will help break down easier so it won't clog your lines. And same thing with the solution, it will help break down solids and smells, so make sure everything goes nice and smooth. So for your refrigerator, you click to turn on. It'll kind of, if you're plugged in, it'll go immediately to electric. And then if not, if you can't find electric, it'll go to gas. We can press in for gas either way to change that. Cold, all you do is click here. It'll go between cold, and this will be like colder and then coldest with the press button there. Just underneath it, you have all your, there we go, breakers and fuses. Everything here, labeled just like a house would be on here. And then you have the fuses here. I do recommend bringing extra, but that's just a personal recommendation. I would just rather be safe than sorry, but you can pick them up at any auto parts store like an AutoZone or whatnot. Just below here, you have your carbon monoxide detector. This little green light indicates that it's on, and it always runs as a safety feature. So if you're gonna leave for about, I give it about 3 to 4 days, I just recommend taking the negative end off of your battery, because this will actually kill it with that small green light if you're not plugged into shore power. For your AC on top here, you can choose these to be open or closed. If they're closed, it'll start to shoot out the sides here and kind of fill up your camper. Otherwise, if you want just like a little dump, go ahead, open these up, make sure all these are closed, and they'll just drop up right out here. Coming to this here, you have your fan, which you can turn on. It'll open up. And then it'll be on, so you can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's on 1 right now. Vent open and vent close, along with fan off. And then once it's done, you can also lock it by pressing up. Just keep that on this one, just cut that. And right next to it, you have your cooling or thermometer here. So you have auto fan, cool, and furnace, which you can adjust temperature through these arrows there. Moving to the side here, you have USBs for phones. Also have like a little car charger thing here, 110 outlets, and then a battery disconnect. Once it's off, it cuts power from the battery to the inside of your camper. So that little carbon monoxide detector that I just showed you down there even when your batteries are off, it's still like, once you cut the batteries from the battery to the actual camper, that will still run no matter what. So even if that's off and there's nothing going through, it will still run off your battery just because it's a safety feature. Moving back, you have your main lights once again, and then dinette exit there.